Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA, made with love by Clover.
Well, we're about to spice up your week. We're making Clover Butro Oil spicy nachos. And this popular takeaway is very easy to make and it'll be the perfect party snack or dinner snack to share with your friends. And here to show us how to make these is Afternoon Express's resident chef, Dumi Mukhwai, who promised us earlier on that once you have these nachos, you will never want to have any nachos ever again.
Yes.
And I'm going to hold you to that promise, Dumi.
Well,
yeah?
Let's get started then.
Well, why are we wasting time even? Okay, so what do we have going on in the pan right now?
So over here, we're going to start with our onions that we're going to saute. And then to that, I'm going to add our spices and our beans, because what we want to try and do is make sure that these beans are cooked enough so we can mash them down, because we want to have some sustenance, nyana.
Okay, yes. So the spice mix that you've got there, I see paprika, I see...
Let's see how good you are at it. What else do you see?
Okay, that's where I get.
All right. You see paprika, cumin, and some coriander powder as well.
Okay, great
So
combination. these
spices are very, very Mexican. Like every single time you have a Mexican recipe, I promise you there will be cumin in there.
Okay.
Because it's one of the signature spices that they use in their cooking. We're going to add some garlic, because garlic makes everything all right.
It really does, eh? Are you a firm believer in the more garlic, just like the better in general?
Yeah, but just stay away from people. Don't get too close to
people. Well, people must keep themselves to themselves. We are eating here. We're trying to make delicious food.
I was telling someone that I love the smell of garlic.
Yeah?
But I don't like the smell of garlic on someone's...
I like the smell of garlic, but I don't like the smell of people. That should be the new saying. Listen, when you start seasoning, right?
Yes.
Now, I'm now thinking back to when I was cooking last night. When should you start seasoning? Because now you added the spices, you added the garlic, then you season. Is it a case of seasoning as early as possible, or only once you've got like the main core of the ingredients in?
You know what I think? This is how I cook.
Yeah.
The reason I add the spices at the beginning is because I want everything that goes in there after that to absorb that flavor.
Yes.
So if you're going to add your spices a little too late, yes, it still might be there, but won't be as strong. So I want the flavor to be in. That's why I put in my garlic now, because I want everything to have a garlicky flavor. I want that cumin to be strong enough. I want the flavors to actually mellow in and just, you know, get absorbed.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to do over here. And then, you know, Dumi likes to add that twist to everything, because, like, that's who I am.
What's your twist?
I'm adding some shagzalaksa in here.
Are you like the shagzalaksa queen?
Dude, like, I make a mean chakalaka.
Yeah,
okay?
but
I'm just saying.
It's your thing.
It's my thing.
Well, one day we'll get you back to actually show us how to make that.
How to make it from scratch, right?
Exactly.
And how to make it the right way. So people must stop adding fruits and stuff to chakalaka and all this agriculture that people are adding.
You sound like you're about to start a movement.
All right, over here, so our chakalaka and bean mixture is already done. So all we're going to do now is just mash it down. So it creates a bit of a paste.
Okay.
And then we're going to add this to our nachos that have already been layered for us. A lot of people like to add their cheese and stuff at the top of the nachos. I like to layer it almost like a somewhat of a
cake.
Lasagna sort. Yes.
Lasagna, cake, whatever you...
Whatever you want to
cake.
call it, man.
It's all right. Okay,
so
good.
I'm going to go over here with my...
Oh, this is smelling good, though. This is smelling fantastic.
So we're just going to nicely layer it on top here.
Good stuff, good stuff.
The one thing I like about dishes like this is you can literally add your own twist to it. You can add whatever you feel like adding to it. Just make sure you follow my recipe.
Great
If you want to get started, actually, we've got some salsa over here. We've got tomatoes with some coriander. We've got some red onions, some red wine, some vinegar, as well as some sugar over there. So just put it all together there so it makes a nice little salsa.
Cool stuff. And then you can SMS the keyword Clover to 33728 and we'll send you the link to the recipe as well as the ingredients list so that you can make this at home. Okay. Then I need a spooniana, I think, just to mix it up.
Yes, please. There you go.
Oh, man, that combination that you've got in the pan is smelling incredible.
It is delicious. You could literally eat this as an afternoon snack, an evening snack. You could impress with it. Yeah. If you want to get a honey, they say the way to a man's heart is through the stomach. Whatever works for you.
If you want to get a man's, just get your man's on these nachos.
Just make sure.
All right, this looks nice and ready. What are we doing over here? I've got some avo, I've got some chili, and it looks like some lemon juice.
To be done. Yes, you are correct. So you know your stuff.
So I'm going to just mix them all up?
All up in there, just mash it all up with that fork.
Is the chili for inside the guac or for the garnishing? So you go all the way?
Go in, Baba.
Maybe just leave a couple of them for the garnishing at the end there.
Unless you want to eat Well, not really.
Like, what is this, Katafo? You just like left one little, never mind, just put everything in there.
Just put it in there.
And then you smash it. I love guacamole that is made fresh from an avocado. Not like, you know, for convenience, let's say if you're in a rush, fine, have the store-bought one. But I find that to sometimes be kind of too seasoned, too salty. I prefer managing my own flavor profile when I'm making a guacamole. So then, you know, sometimes just add, I'd add paprika just to give it a bit of a smokiness to it.
I agree with you because all these other pre-made stuff already have preservatives and all those things. So we're trying to avoid that. As it is, we've been talking about people trying to make sure the immune systems are strong enough for corona, fighting corona, the corona this, corona that. So it is best to try and make a lot of your stuff from fresh because then you make sure you maintain all those nutrients and flavors. So yeah, I agree with you. I also prefer a nicely fresh-made guac to a store-bought one.
Here we go. And of course, in the kitchen, while making this recipe, we were using Clover Butro Oil, which is a sunflower and butter oil blend. It comes in a variety that allows for usage on occasions for cooking, for frying, and for baking. It requires no refrigeration with a 180-day shelf life with the richness and taste of butter. Now, if you quickly want to see how we made this, what did you do now?
I just added some more of the bean mixture as well as our cheese, so we're just going to put it in the oven, get it nice and golden brown, and our dish is ready to eat.
Okay, as simple as that. Okay, let's quickly show you how we made this.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA, made with love by Clover.
Made with love by Clover.
Para. SMS Clover para. SMS Clover to 33728. And as simple as that, you can put that into the oven, please. Do me. While you do that, the presentation, beautiful. Have a couple of slices of lime. If somebody would like to just maybe squeeze it over their guacamole and salsa combination, which I'm about to actually do right now. Got a taste. Because Dumi did promise me that after this, you'll never ever want to go back.
We will never, though. I do.
You know when it's so good? You're waiting for your name to be called. So good. That's so good. Try this out at home.
Delicious.